How good does it feel to head to Tokyo with a win now? And also just, it seemed like there was a concerted effort to go inside right away and to get the post players going early. Was that the thought after the last game when the post didn't get as active?
First, it feels good. Obviously, after dropping 2 games and putting us in an unfamiliar feeling, to come out and play the way we did on both sides of the basketball was great. We shared it. We got our bigs the ball, made a concerted effort to do that. And then we found ourselves just hitting more shots from the outside. But when you're sharing it as well as we shared it, I think we had 32 assists on 35 field goals. I think everybody in that locker room must feel good about just being able to impact the game in a lot of different ways. With the assists or the hockey assists, it all matters.
Coach Steve Vermate with Redline Editorial. Everything just seemed to be crisper right from the get-go. Can you just attribute that to sharing the ball better, or was there something that you saw from Australia and worked in practice yesterday and executed today?
A little bit of all those things. You dropped 2 games. You got some of the fiercest competitors in the locker room. Unfamiliar feeling. We had a good practice yesterday when we got a chance to work on some things, sharing the basketball and moving the basketball from side to side, and also just getting the ball to our bigs. And once we played inside out, we just got into a rhythm that really helped us throughout the game.
Dawn, you were saying that you might have a little concern about 3-point shooting, but today you had 9 spread out amongst several players. Was this a case of, you think, people just feeling their shot a little bit better today?
I feel like we move the needle and we're a lot more connected. I think they're seeing it a lot more, and there wasn't any particular plays out there. They were just playing, read and reacting and moving the basketball. And, when you do that, you create rhythm for shooters. And I thought we did a great job at hitting the shooters and knocked it down and allowed us to feel good about seeing the ball go in.
Coach, you were up big at halftime. Second half, were you pleased with the way that you kept up what you had done successfully in the first half?
Well, I thought they got into our lead a little bit in the third quarter, and that's something that made us very aware of what took place over the past couple of games. And I'm more of, I try to let players fight through a little bit of that, and see where it takes us, because you don't want to pull players, and we're trying to build confidence. For our full roster. If we do that, then we're not really building. We want to win basketball games, but it was good to see them fight through it and actually increase our lead. So I'm sure they felt good about it. Our coaching staff felt good about it, and we're not going to settle with this. We have to continue to stay connected and move to playing our best basketball, not even tomorrow or the next day, just when we start pool play, and then it'll continue throughout.
Dawn, Sam Gordon here, Las Vegas Review-Journal. Just to follow on that, what areas of improvement do you still feel like you see after this victory?
I saw we had a couple of lapses in our ball screen defense. We had a cluster of turnovers in the third quarter that we let our guard down a little bit. But all of that will clean itself up with practice, and we'll get 6 days once we get to Tokyo to work on some things. So I think we'll continue to look more and more sharp as we get that practice time.
Coach, do you relax a little on the flight? Is sort of like your last time to relax, or are you going to be grinding over film on the flight? Like, how do you preparing for, I know you've had several long trips like this, but how do you prepare now with just a little bit of time before you really get into the fire, if you will?
We'll watch some of our upcoming opponents. I do get my best sleep on planes, so I'm sure I'll knock out for a little bit, but you'll have time to take a few naps and wake up and do some things, but it's, we have 21 days, is it? Yeah, 21 days. And I'm committed to the 21 days. And I don't want to stop until we get what we're traveling to Tokyo for.
Don, a lot of the players we talked to the last couple of days said they thought they were thinking too much out there. Did you notice they seemed to more be playing basketball as opposed to should I shoot, should I not shoot, should I pass today?
When you're dealing with like perfectionists, they want to get things right. They want to run your sets. They want to, they want to execute. And I think that was probably the thing that they were hesitant about. Maybe they don't know them as well as they would like. So they're just second guessing and just taking the rhythm out of the flow of our offense. Today, we just really concentrated on just playing, spreading the floor out. If Nigeria was going to pressure up on us and force us to go deeper into our offenses, I think that was in the back of their minds because that's what we practiced yesterday. So it just was a good flow to go right into what we were doing, and it's good to see them execute that.
Go to our Zoom participants for questions. We'll start with Zora Stevenson and then go to Jackie Powell.
Hey, Coach, I'm just wondering how much of a connection have you seen from the pairing of Asia Wilson and BG and then Tina Charles and Sylvia Fowles?
I mean, we got a great post game. I mean, that lineup could start for any country. Is unfortunate. All of them can't start the basketball game, but I think it's pretty cool to have dominant post players like Tina Charles and Sylvia Fowles to come in. They have incredible experience, and to have that coming in off the bench, it gives our coaching staff a relief just to know they got it. I think Asia is the newbie of the bunch. And we just try to surround her with some experience. And I mean, obviously she's playing extremely well. We finally got a substitution pattern that we feel could work. And with that, it allowed Asia to stay on the floor a little bit longer. And it all worked out. Maybe it worked out today. We may need to lean somewhere else some games and lean other places some games, but it seemed to just kind of fluidly work out today.
Jackie Powell, you're up, and then we'll go with Fago Franklin.
Hi, Dawn. Thanks for taking the time. I want to ask you a little bit about Team Nigeria and what you make of how they've developed their program over the years, because I believe this is the first time that they've been to an Olympics since 2004. So in terms of, what this means for basketball around the world.
I mean, they got a great coaching staff. Otis does a great job with just instilling discipline. He wants to play a certain type of way. He's stingy defensively. Offensively, he's got some players who they have buy-in. And when you have buy-in, you're going to put yourself in a position to be in the Olympic Games and possibly medal. So I think it's great for all of basketball. I mean, I've actually been fortunate. One of my former players is on the Nigerian team. I don't know if she'll play, but she's on there, and she's very, very proud. They're very proud for people that are not just happy with being one of just a participant. They want a medal, and they play that way.
Thanks so much, Coach. I appreciate it.
Fago, you're up, and then we'll go to Colin Uda.
Hey, how you doing, Coach? Talk to me a little bit about the progression of BG and how comfortable she's getting with finding her shot these last two games.
I mean, BG is, she's a staple in USA basketball. I mean, there's no one like her in the world. I mean, she gives us a presence on both sides of the basketball. And I've been fortunate enough to work with her from the last Olympic Games to this one. And there's much improved. Once we get her the ball, make a concerted effort to give her the ball, there's a high chance that she's gonna impact the game in a positive way.
Thank you, Coach.
Colin, you're up, and then we'll finish with Cheryl Collard. Colin, are you off mute? Okay, Cheryl, why don't you go ahead, please?
Is that
Hi,
me?
Coach. Hi, Coach. My question is about the moment you had with Ruthie Bolton post game and with her helping out with coaching Nigeria. I mean, you've known her for years. You've played with her on this level when you guys were on the USA team. What does she bring to this level, and what advantages does she impart to the Nigerian team in helping grow the game?
I mean, Ruthie is she a two-time Olympian? Two-time Olympian. Someone that truly loves basketball. She is got a great spirit about her. And just talking to her, she just feels like they're so receptive to what she brings to the table. Anytime that you can get someone that has played at a high level, a part of a team that hasn't played in Olympic Games, like the Nigerian team, for a long time, it's always helpful. But Ruthie, I was actually joking about her t-shirt because she used some scissors to cut it, and I've seen that so many times. I just said, it was just Ruthie. I mean, I walked up to her, hugged her, saw her chest hanging out, and I'm just like, only Ruthie would cut up a nice Nigerian t-shirt for a fashion statement.